What's up, peoples? What's up, peoples? Glad to see y'all again. I'm glad y'all back. I hope y'all been successful in staying narc free, not being available for hoovers, not being available for toxic things and toxic demons trying to get back into your life after you've discarded them. We're not going back to these demons. We're going to keep it moving, and we're going to keep on being beautiful, and we're going to keep on being great. That's what we're about, and that's just the way this train is going to roll. I hope ain't nobody feeling down or feeling bad or anything like that, because that's not what we do over here. We ain't worried about that narc. We ain't worried about nothing that they did. We ain't worried about anything that they, anything that's got to contribute to anything to their existence. Why? Why? So we ain't playing the sad game over here, man. We ain't sad. We glad them demons tore themselves up and destroyed themselves to try to impact us and stop our light and stop our shine. We glad them demons did that to themselves. We ain't mad at them. Keep going. Keep trying to get back. Keep destroying yourself. Keep hoovering. Keep watching. It's all cool. Send your monkeys, your flying monkeys around and watch. Watch our pages. Watch what we doing in the world. It's okay. It's all good. Because you get to watch me. You get to watch all the people that's narc free and recovering from this demon to be great. So keep watching. But guys, I want to talk. So today, y'all, we're going to talk about this narc. We're going to talk about this men's empowerment, because y'all know that's how I do. We're going to empower our men so we can be better for our women. And so we ain't bumping into these narcs out in the world. That's not what we're doing anymore. We're going to be powerful out here. We're going to get our money up. We're going to get our health up so we can be great for our women. And we're going to put God first. Because if we love in God, then we can love our family and we can love our woman. But guys, today we're going to talk about a little bit about two things. The first thing we're going to talk about is basically, man, what these narcs are made up, how these narcs are made up. And I think once we really get a real grasp on how these narcs are made up, these demons are made up, we'll be more stronger in trying to defeat them, as far as, not being in a relationship with them or working with them if you have kids with them, or whatever situation that you have with them. Hopefully it's a situation where you can just discard them, you don't have any children or anything like that, and you can just move on with your life. But it don't always work out like that. So we need to know who these people are, and we need to know how they made up. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Man, you got to know these women. You got to know the women. You got to take a little bit of time when you first meet your woman, or when you meet these people, to learn to know them. Talk to them a little bit. Go out with them. Spend some time with them before you start, trying to get real intimate with them. Before you start, making covenants and stuff like that. Because once you start doing that, once you start asking a woman for sex and you start needing things from her, you opening up yourself to different women like this. We just have to take care of ourselves, man. Simple as that. You got to be able to get your own apartment. You got to buy your own cars. You got to buy your own video games. You can't do none of this stuff. We have to only think about ourselves and the type of people that we're dealing with when we first meet them. You have to figure that part out. Even before you really even meeting women, you have to understand who you are as a person. You have to understand who you are as a person, as a man. What do you have to contribute to the world? What do you have to contribute to a relationship? You have to know yourself spiritually. You have to, have a relationship with God. You have to have a good relationship with people, with the people that you work with your friends, with the people that you network with. So all of this starts with you knowing yourself. You have to start there. Knowing yourself, getting right with the Lord before you get into these relationships. Because if you get into the wrong relationship, it's going to stop your blessing. It's going to hold up your blessing. It's going to hold up what God has for you. And the longer you hold up what God has for you, the longer you won't get to your destiny, and the longer you won't get to your money, and the longer you won't get to the life that you need to have. So, guys, I want y'all to start just taking a little bit of time to connect with yourself. Get some scriptures, man. Get some scriptures to learn. Just one scripture a week or something like that. I ain't saying jump off the, I am saying jump off the boat and go, and go all in on God. But, if you ain't really there, just start with one scripture a week. Just learn one scripture because that's giving you some ammunition, man, to fight against these demons. Just one scripture per week. If you can just do that, that's help arming you, and you'll be able to fight out here while you're trying to date or while you're trying to get out of a relationship with the narcissist, and you're trying to take care of yourself. One scripture a week, read, and get some protection. Get some protection, because this is a spiritual world that we in. It's more than just you and that person. It's your spirits also. Guys, the other day I was up, I was working, I was writing, I'm working on the book, working on some other things. I'm doing some other projects as far as getting some people together, as far as doing some some contact groups and stuff like that, to where we can get together, mingle, people can talk, socialize, network, and that type of thing. I think that'd be a good thing. Oh, and relationship building as far as like men and women. We want to start getting empathic people and people to have really good energy about themselves together. So I'm working on that. So I was working on that the other night, and a movie was on. It was an older movie. It was a black and white movie, but the movie was called Frankenstein. So I know everybody like Frankenstein, man. What's that? So, if you're a little younger, you may not know the movie Frankenstein, but, if you're a little older, of course, you know Frankenstein. I'm talking about the real Frankenstein. I'm not talking about like the Addams Family, like the lovable Frankenstein that we may know from, like Addams Family or other little cartoons and stuff like that, where we're talking about a good Frankenstein, or the Frankenstein that we actually, that everybody grew to love and like and everything like that. Now, we're talking about the real Frankenstein. We're talking about the Frankenstein that Victor Frankenstein created. So there's a story. So if anybody don't know about the story Frankenstein, I'll tell you a little bit about it as we go. But the story of Frankenstein is there was a guy that his name was Victor Frankenstein, and he enrolled in college, and he discovered in college how to create life. How? I don't know. But he did. He figured this out in college, how to create life. So he was intrigued by that, and he really wanted to do it. His whole thing about life was creating a creature. So he set out to do it. So what Mr. Victor Frankenstein did, he went to cemeteries and he went to brothels and stuff like that to get body parts. So when he went to the cemetery to get body parts, he went to the worst part of the cemetery. He didn't go to where, family cemetery or anything like that. He went to the worst part of the cemetery, where they bury all of the reprobate mind people. The people who were buried because, for witchcraft, people that were buried for murder, raping, all the bad part of people. The people that were in the late 1800s and stuff like that. The people who were guilty of witchcraft back then, in manipulation, those people were burned. So they also took the ashes of all these people and they threw them in a grave also, along with these body parts. So that's where Victor Frankenstein got body parts from, the worst part or the north part of the cemetery. And he decided that he was going to create a creature from these body parts. Does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar, guys? If it don't, it should, because that's exactly what the narcissist does. The narcissist grab supplies. They grab energy from different people, different negative energy from different people to satisfy one supply that they want to get, or the supply that they have and that they're working on. So as they're trying to create this person, they're grabbing negative energy. So they're grabbing a sex drive from one person that they're in a relationship with. They're grabbing personality, and they're grabbing style and stuff like that. They stealing a little bit of swag from over here. They stealing how a guy works out over here. And these are all things that they're going to take back to their main supply. And this is what the main supply is in love with. He's in love with the Frankenstein. He's in love with a person that went out and met different men or met different people, because people that are narcissists, they don't care. They'll sleep with anybody. They'll have a relationship with a man, with a woman, whomever they can have a relationship with, and they can get supply and energy off of. That's their only goal in life, is to destroy and to grab energy from people. That's it. So the Frankenstein monster that is in front of you has grabbed pieces and pieces from each person that you would love. And that ain't the kicker. The kicker is this. The empath person, the number one supply that they have, they're the life. After Victor Frankenstein grabbed all those body parts from the reprobate cemetery, and he brought those back to his lab, and he sewed up all those body parts, and he had a body with electric shocks coming out of his neck. So he can wait till a piece of electricity comes down and shock his creature, his masterpiece, to life. Victor Frankenstein, he was successful in bringing the creature alive. Just as we were. The empath, we are the lifeline. We are the life. We are the energy for the narcissist, for the demon. We are it. We made all those evil body parts come together and give it life. The creature is only there to hurt you. That's it. They created a perfect creature only to present that to you so you can fall in love with it, and that they can destroy you with it. The Frankenstein monster that Victor Frankenstein created, he wanted to live amongst people. He wanted to go shopping like a normal person. He wanted to go to the park and walk his dog. But he was hideous. He was made from dead body parts, from reprobate mind people. He was evil. He was a demon. And he walked around everyone else. He wanted to walk around everybody else like he was normal, like he wasn't hideous. But just like the narcissist, when they let that veil down, people see the demon, they see who they are, and people run. And the narcissists know that. That's why they work so hard for supply. That's why they keep running to the north part of the cemetery to get supplies, to get evil supplies. The Frankenstein monster wanted to be accepted. He wanted people to see him as normal, not a demon. But ultimately, the demon inside him from all the reprobate pieces ultimately came out. Just like the narcissists in their discard phase. Once they can't get from what they need from you, once you tell them no, then they'll discard you. Just like in Frankenstein. Frankenstein couldn't get what he wanted. He wanted a mate. He wanted to be normal. And he couldn't. So he went after his creator, which would be, in narcissist terms, the number one supply. To kill him. That's what demons do. They get into your system. They get into your aura. They get into your spirit to kill you and to kill your blessing. 100%. That's it. And they'll do anything along the way to do that. Frankenstein ultimately killed himself because of the demons. He wanted to be normal. There's no way the demons will let you be normal. There's no way. Demons are only there for one reason: to kill your blessing and to kill you if they can. Simple as that. The narc only cares about them filling the supplies and stealing your time. That's all the narc wants to do. And they will destroy anybody, kids, family, anybody around to do that. And they do that in every relationship that they with. So when I tell the people to come and they want information, they want to hang out and we're going to do our thing over here, we're not being mad, and we're not being sympathetic or being heartbroken over here over no narcissist. That's just not going to happen, because they don't deserve it, and they too garbage of people to even think about trying to feel any type of sympathy for them. Because only thing they're going to do is steal more time from you. Chuck it up for the time that you lost, whether if it was a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Chalk that up and let's go. And let's go. You get out there and you be beautiful. That's it. Because what's waiting at home for you is Frankenstein, the narc. The evil spirit put together to be presented in front of you to destroy you. That's it. Well, guys, I'm gonna leave this video with that. I just wanted to share that story with you, because when I saw that, I really thought that I really saw the similarities in Frankenstein and an actual narc. So guys, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all leave comments. If y'all, let's start the conversation, man. If anybody's, think that they, they know that their person has different personalities and stuff like that, and they're showing you that type of stuff, you'll see the different personalities in them. Only thing you have to do is look at the new things that they bring around you, things that they never did. Like all of a sudden, if they doing, if they never worked out, but all of a sudden they doing workout videos. Well, that's probably because they met some person that that they're getting energy from, that works out or likes to do step aerobics and stuff like that. They have somebody like that. So that's why you see that, and that's why that's the person that they're stealing energy from. If this person likes to cook all of a sudden, yeah, because they probably just met a cook, so they stealing that energy. If they do different type of sex or stuff like that, yeah, because they've been with somebody and they learn these different sex moves, and then they bring it to you. And when you see that, you know the difference. You can see it. If you pay attention to the person, you already been having sex with her, you already been, going out with her, you work out every day, you've been working out for 5 years, this person never worked out with you, and all of a sudden, she's the, now they got the best moves in the world for working out. So yeah, it's just some energy that they stole from somebody else. So it's all those little things that we miss in our everyday life, man, that we got to start paying attention to. So guys, like I said, man, let's go ahead, let's start a conversation, let's get some comments, subscribe. And until next time, y'all, Narcs exit here, eat dicks, man. I'm out.